All right, let's get right into it. What if the secret to a better day, a more productive, more focused, more fulfilling day, wasn't about hustling harder or working longer hours? What if it all came down to how you spend the very first hour after you wake up? Today, we are going to break down exactly how to reclaim your morning from all the distractions, and in doing so, completely change the rest of your day.
Does this sound a little too familiar? Yeah, for most of us, I think this is painfully relatable. This quote from a Reddit user just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures this modern-day ritual. We want to have a calm start, but instead, we immediately plug ourselves into this fire hose of notifications, emails, and social media feeds. And just like that, what should be our most powerful hour turns into a frazzled, reactive mess.
And look, this isn't just about losing a few minutes scrolling. This reactive start creates a ripple effect that can literally sabotage your focus for the rest of the day. So the big question is, why? Why is this habit so damaging? What is actually going on inside our brains?
Well, that brings us right to the heart of the problem, what we're going to call the morning zombie mode. And to really get why this happens, we need to talk about a little concept called decision fatigue. This, right here, is the #1 reason that morning scroll is so bad for you.
Okay, so think of your ability to make good, smart choices like a phone battery. At the start of the day, you're at 100%. It's fully charged. But every single little decision you make, what to click, what to like, which email to open first, it all drains a little bit of that power. And this isn't just some nice metaphor. It's a real, well-documented psychological thing.
And the consequences of running that battery down? They're huge. When your decision-making power is low, your self-control just kind of tanks. You start putting off the important stuff, you struggle to make smart choices, and you're way more likely to give in to impulses. So by scrolling first thing in the morning, you're basically burning through your best brain power on junk food for the mind before you've even had breakfast.
So if we're wasting all this precious energy, what is it that makes the morning brain so special anyway? Let's dig into the science of what's happening during your own personal prime time.
This really is the perfect way to think about it. Every single morning, you wake up with a full tank of mental fuel. That's your willpower, your focus, your cognitive energy. And the whole game, really, is about how you choose to spend it. Are you going to use that fuel to tackle your most important work, or are you going to burn through it just reacting to everybody else's demands? I mean, just look at the difference between our morning brain and our afternoon brain. It's night and day. In the morning, the part of your brain responsible for complex thinking and focus, your prefrontal cortex, it's fully rested. It's operating at peak power. But by the afternoon, after hundreds of little interruptions and decisions, it's just running on fumes. That's when you get that attention residue, where you can't seem to fully focus on any one thing.
And get this, it's not just in your head. Your body is literally hardwired for this. There's a natural process called the cortisol awakening response. Basically, your body gives itself a shot of natural espresso, flooding your system with energy and alertness right after you wake up. A winning morning routine doesn't fight against your biology, it works with it. It harnesses that natural boost to get the ball rolling for the entire day. So what does this all really add up to in the real world? Let's just talk numbers for a second. If you could reclaim just 3 focused, proactive hours every morning, hours that you might be losing to distraction right now, that adds up to 1,092 extra productive hours a year. To put that in perspective, that's like getting an extra 27 full-time work weeks. The impact is it's staggering.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and we've seen the incredible potential. Now let's talk about the antidote. And it's all about making one simple shift, from being reactive to being fiercely proactive.
The key word here is intentional. This is not about some rigid military-style schedule you have to follow perfectly. It's about creating a flexible framework that makes sure you get to decide what's important for your day before your inbox and your notifications start screaming about what they think is important.
So the first pillar of a proactive morning is action. And this quote from Mark Twain just sums it up perfectly. Your frog is that big, important task. The one you're most likely to put off. The strategy is so simple but so powerful. Do that thing first. Eat that frog when your energy and your willpower are at their absolute peak.
Now, the second pillar is all about mindset. And this piece of advice from the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius, well, it might sound a little cynical at first, but it's not. It's about mental preparation. By anticipating the challenges and difficult people you're probably going to run into, you're preparing yourself to handle the day with calm and with reason, instead of getting thrown off course by it all.
All right, so we've got our core principles. Take action on what matters and prepare your mindset. Now let's build these ideas into a simple 3-step framework you can actually use to win your morning. This three-step process is incredibly effective. See, it actually starts the night before. You prepare your workspace, and you decide exactly what tomorrow's frog is. That removes all the friction in the morning. Then when you wake up, you deliberately reset your body and your mind. And only then, after you've done that, do you dive into 90 to 120 minutes of pure, focused, deep work on that one critical task.
Let's zoom in on step 2, because this is where you really prime your brain for success. Hydrating, getting some natural sunlight to set your body clock, a little light exercise. These things all get blood flowing to the brain. But here it is, the single most important rule of this entire process. You must strictly avoid your phone, email, and social media until after your deep work is done. You have to protect your focus like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is.
You know, having one single great morning feels good, sure, but the real life-changing magic happens when you're consistent. So let's talk about the long-term payoff, which is all about the incredible power of the compound effect. Think about it like this. Every day you nail your morning routine, you're not just getting one thing done. You're casting a vote for a more disciplined, more focused version of yourself. And over weeks and months, those small daily wins start to stack up, creating this unstoppable momentum that just spills over into every other part of your life. And these are the tangible rewards you can expect. People who do this consistently talk about huge bursts of creativity in those quiet morning hours, having more energy all day, and this profound shift from feeling like you're always chasing the day to feeling like you're leading it. You build this deep sense of accomplishment that fuels you long after your morning routine is over. So, as we wrap this up, it really all boils down to this one simple question. We've seen how that first hour can either drain you or set you up for a massive win. The choice between a reactive morning and a proactive one, that choice is yours to make every single day. The only question left is, how are you going to spend yours tomorrow?